Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we are going to go through some summons and do a review of Jormugand. I think that's how you pronounce it, Jormugand, probably. If not, let me know down below in the comments. It would be nice to know. Now, just before we jump in, what I wanted to shine some light on is that they are, in fact, where are we up to? Here we go. So they've upgraded Jormugand as well from my original first take on the unit. So we have finished the non-mandatory update. We recommend you log into the game again for a better gaming experience. Here we fixed some issues where players could not see all items in the arena shop. Based on the current in-game environment and Jormungand's hero positioning, we have made the following adjustments to their skills. So this is before. This is what you would get before. When Jormungand takes damage, she triggers the swap effect one time with a random ally, becoming immune to skill damage, increasing the attack and HP of all allies. Now, when Jormungand is alive, she can grant allies immunity to one instance of skill damage, triggers up to 2 times per round. After immunity is granted, all allies increase attack and HP. So effectively, they've changed it from her being a swap unit, so she would change like Dahlia, to instead, while she's alive, she can grant allies immunity to one instance of skill damage. I don't know how that procs. I've not looked into it just yet, but I will in the next section of the video. The next skill, so this is her rune skill, so you will need to pick up her exclusive runes. You can do that one of 2 ways. You can buy the exclusive runes through summoning. So once you've summoned her to a certain star level, you then have access to purchase her runes as well. Each time allies cast an ultimate, all allies increase their damage by 15%, stacking up to 20 times. That is a huge change, a massive change, but it is, again, a rune skill, so you do need to pick up her exclusive runes for this to proc. Now, again, there's no way of getting her exclusive runes this season, unless you jump into Oath Recall, and as you can see, if we jump into Advancing Quests, if you get her up to 10 stars, you can then pick up one for free, so you get one of her runes for free if you get it to 10 stars, and as well you can pick up her exclusive runes for £25 per exclusive rune, so you get the full set of exclusive runes here. Now you do need to get her up to 12 stars in order to get her full red exclusive runes, so again, it's up to you on whether or not you want to spend that much on this particular unit. I suspect that she's going to be very good, and the reason that I suspect she's going to be very good is because of her typings. So do we see it here? No, but we can see it here. She is a Glorian, which I would say Glorians have probably fallen off recently, especially with the accuracy stuff. If, say for example, they remove the accuracy next season from PvP, or not the accuracy, but the increased dodge rate next season for PvP, then she will become even better. But it's this Monarch synergy that's going to really take the cake. I believe there will be now 5 official full Monarchs on the Glorians team, so you will be able to run her alongside units like Talanas skin when. I'm still waiting on that Talanas skin. You've got Audrey in there. You also have Lily and Leah, and Lee as well. You also now have Jormungand as well. So let's jump into some summons. We'll do 50 diamond summons. I do have just enough to grab a single copy of her through diamond summons, and there we go. So we're looking for 44 more summons now, and we can get 2 more, I believe. 2 more diamond summons. And 21 more summons, we get a legendary hero. I can now no longer diamond summon. It is a max of 60k, but you can also go ahead and pick up 15k's worth of scrolls here. That is an additional 10 scrolls. So just something to keep in mind when you are summoning as well. And speaking of Talanas, there she is. She is absolutely spot on and very appropriate to pull on Jormungander's banner. Unfortunately, I've already got my Talon to 15 stars, so that unit is just going to get recycled for another unit, perhaps Audrey. I might need to level her up. So it looks like I'm going to get another copy of Jormung. Here we go. So that is an additional 400 points. I still do have... I've just done exactly 100 summons, which is nice. I've got 12 left, so I can go ahead and claim my goodies here. So I claim my DD. Yes, claim those. That is absolutely fine. And also pick up a copy of Jormungand in this ticket as well. Now, out of these 3 units for this season, I would say that Odin is probably the best. Although I haven't tested Jormungand, so I don't know. I'm going to call her George from now on, Jorg. I still think Odin is the best. And the reason that I think Odin is the best is this Wisdom's Eye. Odin has a 100% chance to prevent enemies from gaining Holy Shield effect. This effect will get you through PvE, and it will get you through PvP as well. So really powerful effect. Really, really strong. Now, what I will be doing is I will be picking up Jormungand with that ticket there. And also something to keep in mind. We will also be getting the free copy of Jormungand, I believe, very soon. So as you can see, I've got 40 shards at the moment. What I can do, jump into Abyss Crusade. So we'll go ahead, jump into Nightmare difficulty. Eventually. So jump into Nightmare difficulty, and then what we can do from here, we go into the, where is it? In fact, I don't even think it's on here, but probably a good job I started that. I believe it's in the limited events. And we go to Abyss Crusade, and as you can see, got 5 shards down here for 50 attempts. Plus then, is it on? It is not. So, previously, there was a rebate up in this top right-hand corner over here, and what it did was it provided you with those 5 shards. Now, I believe the next time, let's see, Season 11 preview, is it in here? Believe it is not. Okay, so back to game. Is it where event calendar? Here we go. So the event calendar, you've got Oath Recall up, you've got Abyss Crusade on, Hero Assembly, Trial Challenge, Oracle Summons Gifts, Relic Vaults, Advanced Summons Gifts. There we go. So this is going to start on Monday. So by Monday, I will have my 9th copy. I will have 9 stars for Jormungand as well. So let's go ahead and unlock Glorians, activate her. Absolutely fantastic. And then we can jump into Rune Synergy as well and get those buffs for her in here. Then we can jump out and let's jump into her actual stats. So she is a Glorian all the way down here. We will go ahead and advance her to 6 stars. So this is only 1 copy active currently. I do have another copy in storage and another copy through the ticket as well, and I could go ahead and advance her. I'm not going to. What I will do, in fact, you guys don't need to see this, I'm going to pause. There we go. So the game has recommended heal runes once again. Did the same with Hela, and I kind of get why, because you want Hela to survive for as long as possible, and healing runes are really one of the best ways to do that. As you can see, increases on heal rate by 45%, which means you're going to get 45% more healing back when somebody does heal you, or a healing effect is active. And when equipped demon heroes, instantly restore 20% of max HP every round. So at the very start of the round, we will get 20% HP back, which is not a bad thing, especially when running Monarchs. So let's go ahead and have a look at what Jormungand does. She deals 316% magic damage to frontline enemies. This is why I don't think she's as good as Odin. I think Odin dealing damage to all enemies is a much better or a viable option. And the reason for that is dealing damage to frontline enemies does not yield anything in Rift Odyssey against the bosses, especially in extreme difficulty, or in extreme difficulty or in Apex difficulty as well. If you are just pulling her to get through Nightmare, it should be absolutely fine. But if you are looking to progress further, I don't think she's going to be included in the lineups that you'll be running in Extreme or Apex, just because of that reason. Because magic damage to frontline enemies is worse than than damage to all enemies. That makes sense. Now she doesn't do altogether too much on her second. It's just 126 magic damage, which is quite low for a DD, but I suspect it's because of her damage output. They've balanced it around the Monarch synergy as well as her skills. So when Jormungand is deployed, the active skill multipliers of all allies permanently increase by 100%. What does that mean? It just means that, as we were talking, this is a bit low. This is actually 226, and this is 416. 416%. That also means that Pandora will get an additional 100%, including base attacks. So she's effectively increasing the damage multipliers by 100% for all allies, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to give Glorians the much needed damage that they require. Now, active skill multiplier is increased to 200% at 8 stars. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. 200% on your active skills. It's going to be great. The problem is the one little problem is this tree right here. As you can see, Grace of Shadow. Grace of Shadow is effectively nerfing all of the hit or the active skill damage that you can do in PvP against each other. You effectively nerf any unit that wants to hit, and instead of increasing, what it does, it decreases the value of the units that like to hit. So, for example, Eudora, for example, Elisha, all of those, Eudora, Elisha, and then the Valianters as well. Valianters really get nerfed by this because they need to hit in order to do damage. Fortunately, it's a little bit different this season because of the Grace of, or the Thunder synergy. But what I would suggest is that Jormungand, until that goes, will not be super effective in PvP because effectively, even though your units are getting 100% additional active skill damage, the problem with this is that enemies in PvP just going to dodge. They will just dodge this, and it won't matter that you've got 100% or 200% or 5,000%. Doesn't matter what the attack increase is. It is more along the lines of, if you hit, you're going to do phenomenal damage. If you don't hit, you're going to do 0 damage. And you cannot win a game by doing 0 damage, which is why I've been saying for the entire season that indirect damage is king currently, because of that dodge mechanic in PvP. Now, in PvE, might be slightly different. Increasing by 100% is not bad, but it's not a increase by 200% every round. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what happens in the testing as well. So when Jormungand is alive, so this is the 7-star, we'll get to this eventually, but when she's alive, she can grant allies immunity to 1 instance of skill damage, triggers 1 time per round. After the immunity is granted, all allies attack and HP by 10 million. So this happens once per round, so effectively you get an additional attack and HP buff of 10 million per round, and the number of immunity instances increases to 2 when you get up to 9 stars, so can be very effective, but we'll have to see. Now, the next that I want to discuss, or the next bit of her kit that I want to discuss, is the Oath Force. So when taking fatal damage, she gains invincibility for 1 round and purifies all debuffs. This effect can only trigger 1 time per battle, only effective in PvP and GVG mode. So if you are hoping for her to be invincible in PvE, in your Palace of Penrose teams, in your Lost City teams, in your Rift Odyssey teams, it's not going to happen. But it will be very effective in PvP. Specifically, it's going to be really effective. It's like Victoria's skill. For example, Victoria has this exact skill, and she does put work in, especially when she's been stolen. And yeah, especially when she's been stolen. It's very funny to watch. Now, after each action, Jormungand has a 50% chance to cast Strangle an additional time, maximum once per round. So this is this ultimate skill here. She deals technically 416%. So it's whenever she takes action, or after each action, Jormungand has 50% chance to cast her ultimate skill. Now, if you get her up to the full 12 stars, that's when she will definitely do 100%. So effectively, she'll be invincible for 3 rounds if she was going to take fatal damage, if you get her up to 12 stars. And she also will cast her ultimate on every single action. So every single round she's casting her ultimate. Same as Chang, actually. Chang with her runes is very, very powerful. Now, we did see a rune upgrade as well. So each time allies cast an ultimate, all allies increase their damage by 5%, stacking up to 20 times. So they will gain an additional 100%. Now, if you get her full red runes, which I think will most definitely be worth it, each time allies cast an ultimate, all allies increase their damage by 15%, stacking up to 20 times. That goes up to 300% for Jormungand as well. That's going to be a very, very broken ability, but it's going to be very expensive to get to that point as well. You're going to need to wait at least 2 seasons before her red runes are unlocked, but I would suggest prioritizing getting her red runes as well. Now, let's jump into some gameplay. Okay, so we have jumped into some gameplay for Jormungand, and as you can see, at the moment, we do not have Jormungand on the team. We do instead have Hela on the team. What I wanted to see is just what the damage difference was. So what we're going to see here is this team go straight down. There's no two ways about it. I think the only saving grace might be the flame banner here. We might get to see a couple of attacks, but once that flame banner goes down, it is what it is. What I wanted to see realistically is how much damage that we can get from the units at the moment. Specifically, I think Talos might be the key. Oh, sorry, Talinas might be the key. To see how much damage that we're doing. So as you can see, Wing Chun here, not Wing Chun, Chang is doing nice amounts of damage, and stolen Stannard as well. We're doing about 1090 thereabouts. Yeah, so let's see how much damage. So that's 20,000 million from Wu there. We've got 14,000 million from Hela, not bad. And then we get Chang here. How much is she doing? Not bad, 15,000, and then the double makes it 30, so we'll take that. So maybe not. Maybe Hela has really done put in some work here. But what I want to do in a minute is take out Chang, and I'm going to put in Jormungand, and we're just going to see how much damage we can get through with this team. As you can see, doing relatively nice and high amounts of damage as well. That is in most thanks to try again. There we go. That is in thanks to Hela here, boosting our numbers up dramatically. So we'll go down, we'll put in Jormungand, and then we'll jump in. We'll see just how much damage we can get done with the additional 100% that she's providing for active skills at the moment. So, not doing badly so far, but we'll see. I think taking Talinas out might be the key. Not taking Talinas out might be the key, but I think potentially taking out Wu Zetian here, just to give the full 5 monarchs in in the glory and synergy might be the way forward. So she's doing about the same amount of damage. We didn't see with Audrey here, but I do want to see. So it's 1900 for Talinas, which is not bad. And let's see ultimate attack. So Wu is going to do significantly more, actually. And Hela doing around the same. So that's a nice super attack animation. Very low numbers from her, to be honest. I think she's relying on that 100% or 200% increase, should we say. And as you can see, without Chang on here, we have done a fair... We've not done nearly as much damage as we've seen previously. But that is 12,000 million from Jormungand at 6 stars. So that is not bad. But Audrey, they're doing double damage. And Talinas, even though it's single target, works very, very well. And 9,000 there from Wu. So, putting up good numbers. Let's go ahead and check her out without Talanas on the team, increasing our attack as well. That is something to keep in mind. Every time we were hit, we were increasing our own attack, I believe, with Talanas on the team. Is it attack? No, that's Gwyn. Gwyn on the team, he would increase attack. It's decreasing the defense. So every time enemies have hit us, we have decreased that defense of enemies. So I just want to see, without Talanas on the team, how much damage we're doing. So we'll get our protection up, and we just want to see what happens in the first couple of rounds. Potentially, with Talanas off the team, not doing as much. So it's not bad, actually. 1400 is not bad. And then 4,422. That is not bad at all. 37,000 million right off the bat. That is quite impressive at 6 stars, to be honest. I think she's adding quite a bit. I really do, actually. I think she's adding quite a significant amount of damage. Doing less this time, but it's because we've not been hit as much as we... or we've not decreased enemies' attack, which is actually outputting more damage than Hela, which is quite interesting. And how much damage are we doing here? 34,000 million? That is not bad. And then a miss, of course. But we do get to see Audrey in action. 7,000 here. Corolla to do what she needs to. And enemy Stannard to finish the job. Not bad. So, right, looks like Chang to do the most, but she did put in 12% at 6 stars. I think that is very good. I think for PvE, she's going to be really, really strong. PvP, I do think we'll need more stars in order to get this final Oath passive here. So if we have a look again, gaining invincibility is good. After each action, she has 50% chance to cast her ultimate again. Not bad at all. Still, 50% for me. Bit low, but the higher up you go, so the more heroes you get. So if you get her up to 10 stars, then the bonus chances increase to 75%, and then chances increase to 100% after that. If you do get her to 12 stars, again, it is what it is. But I do think that she is a fantastic addition, especially with that Monarch synergy as well. But we'll have to see. I will do some further testing. I have those videos out over the course of the next couple of days. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day and good luck in all of your summons.